Surprise, motherfucker.
Hello one, hello all, welcome to yet another series where we're going to cover the entirety of the Dexter franchise, seasons 1 through 8 and New Blood. And this time, I figured I'd take a little bit of an interesting angle from it, and we're going to rank the best to worst or worst to best season finales of each season.
9.
Season 8, episode 12, is a mess. It's hurried. It seems so haphazard. It feels like that it feels like they had set up a month to shoot and they were dicking around for 3.5 weeks and then figured out, oh, we need to film an ending. Who's got ideas? What do you mean ideas? Don't you have a script? We did, but we left it back at the office. And they just put all these weird pieces together and nothing really made sense. And you could nitpick to death so many different things. Deborah gets shot on the opposite side of where she gets shot across from Lundy. And this one's a kill shot. There's that. There's so many different things with the season that happen, whether it be Dexter just gives the GSR test, whatever the fuck test he gave. Thank God Quinn was pissed about Deborah because it looked like self-defense to him. And the only one who kind of made any sort of sense, even though he really didn't stand by that, was Batista. And all of this is happening during a hurricane, mind you. So they're running around trying to chase bad guys, avoid the weather. They're cutting people's tongues out. They're making sure they get to the hospital. They make sure they empty the hospital and woof. Oh, and by the way, if you want to steal a body from a hospital, just make sure a hurricane's nearby and you can just scoop up any old body and just bring him to a boat.
8.
Next is season 5. Remember season 5? I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. That was the one with Jordan Chase. You remember? Take it. Take it. For all intents and purposes, it was a forgettable season with, at best, a mid-season villain who ended up being the big bad for season 5. The only thing that season 5 has like a glimmer of light is when Deb catches the vigilantes. It's Dexter. And just decides to give them a pep talk and lets them go. But that doesn't save a goddamn thing about how flimsy this entire season was. On the heels of Rita getting you know what happened to Rita, unless you're watching this live, and what are you doing? To follow season 4 with season 5 and give us this was so unfulfilling on so many different levels. I mean, they kind of teased it a little bit in the beginning, the first 2 or 3 episodes where Dexter was really losing his shit. I mean, we had so many different instances where Dexter had to kind of run into the law and explain, why is this so close to you? What's going on here? And they really could have hammered that home. This could have been, season 5 could have been something like season 2, something like season 7, and it wasn't. Husband finds wife murdered. They just shake it off and say, he's one of ours. Well, are nobody detectives? Can we at least pursue? Did you guys forget a couple of years back when one of your own said that this guy's no good, I think he's a killer? Or did you just wipe that from your memory? I can't remember where I put the milk, but if you told me that Emily killed somebody 2 years ago, I certainly would think of her twice. If somebody died in my house, I'll tell you that much. Just underperforming, underwhelming, dare I say lazy. Coming off of season 4, how do you give us season 5?
7.
Number 7, Dexter New Blood. This really hurts me to say this because I was somebody who did not want season 9 episode, whatever. I didn't want New Blood to come back. I was fine letting season 8 die. Just forget it. You spilled all the paint all over the beautiful china. It's it. There's no repairing this. I didn't want new blood. I was kind of against it. Not to say that I wasn't there day one and then day two, and then by week 3, I was back in my Dexter groove again, and I let it fucking get me again. It was going all right. It was going all right for 9.5 episodes. And then they just said, hey, you know the 9 years of lore we set up for Dex? We don't need that anymore. We're just gonna do new things now. We're gonna play it by ear. Dexter's just gonna kill people from behind bars because that's a new line in the code, which it doesn't make any sense, because if Dexter led Angela to the site where he knows there's bodies, he knows that there's a myriad of corpses all dressed in white, why wouldn't he just wait for Angela to find them and be like, oh shit, Dex, you were right. What? I'm sort of sorry because you fucking nailed it. Nothing about what happens from like the last half an hour makes any sort of logical sense. If he tells her about the bodies over at Kirk's hunting grounds, then he should have confidence in knowing that she's gonna go find it, come back, realize that Dex was telling the truth, and then take the next step from there. But suddenly Dex has no patience and just, what? And now Dex is breaking people's necks that don't deserve it. He's on the run. Like, what? What did you do? What the fuck was that? Oh, and by the way, Showtime, congrats. Your highest grossing show ever. And you painted yourself, well, not into a corner. You might as well have sewn yourself to the corner itself. So miserable. A really good season that ends with such a what?
6.
Next up is season 3, which is Miguel Prado / the Skinner. Miguel, for the most part, is the big bad of the season, but he was taken care of a little bit earlier, which is a nice lead-in to a season finale. You don't have to have everything end at the final episode. You can have room to breathe, so to speak. And we all forgot about the Skinner and what the deal between Prado was with him, and Prado eventually caught up to Dexter, but Dex wasn't buying any of that, and he decided that he wanted to live. One of his many times over the course of life that...
And I have to admit, when all is said and done, life is good.
Every season or two, they make it seem like this is the first time he's ever discovered that he has feelings and he could feel emotion and love, but again, I guess there's no legacy consultant on the Dexter series because he does it every year.
Number 5.
Up next is Dexter season 7. The big bad was kind of Hannah McKay for a while, and then that kind of shifted in and out to LaGuerta really biting down on the Dokes theory that Dexter was behind some of these things. Well, LaGuerta was hot on somebody's tail, and she was the first person to actually arrest Dexter and drag him in through Miami Metro. And that was a fun experience to see that. All the coworkers are like, dude, what are you fucking doing? Dexter, not unintelligent, had some backup plans, ended up making LaGuerta look awfully foolish. And again, I'm just kind of crushing some elements of 3 or 4 episodes down to the final half an hour or so. But LaGuerta was hot on his tail for a while, and well, Dexter's a little bit smarter than that, and I think he could tell what was going on, and he ended up making her look rather foolish, realizing that she was following him, and it ended up that she looked fucking Looney Tunes because of the way Dexter had prepared for that. You think everything's well and good and the season's just about to end, but LaGuerta gets a call from Hector Estrada, and you don't know what it's about. You don't know if he's trying to go after her, or if he's trying to save her, if he's trying to help her, or what. Oh, it's Dexter's doing. There's a bit of a Mexican standoff there. Deb shows up, and perhaps one of the better standoffs in all of Dexter. Very high tension, really, really emotional scene. And Deb shoots LaGuerta, who was just giving shit to Deb earlier. That's what you get for giving people shit at work. That's not. Don't give people that shit at work, they'll kill you in a video game. But that was a surprising and intense ending. It's one of the high marks of the second half of the Dexter series. That finale on season 7 is tremendous, especially the last 20 minutes or so. It's a big deal.
Number 4.
Next, we have season 1, which is with Brian Moser, who's banging Deborah Morgan and takes her away on a cruise to get married. And they're all off to the races because Dexter knows some of the things that Brian's alluding to because they shared a childhood together, and it's all coming together for them. And for some reason, Brian thinks that Dexter will do better if he helps Brian kill Deborah so that they can go on being the Menendez brothers. I didn't quite pick up on what the end goal was. He ties Deborah up the way Dexter would, and Dexter finally has a bit of a stroke of conscience, empathy, sympathy. One of the pussies in his most gracious kill, perhaps, ever. The way they shot it was gorgeous. The way he took it wasn't well. That was season 1. Season 1 was really powerful, and it really set you up for something that could be a really powerful show, which was a really powerful show.
Number 3.
Next up, we have season 6. Season 6 sucks. I don't want to put that any other way. Season 6 was kind of pig snot. That's what that season was. That one moment where Dexter's supposed to put White Boy Summer out of his misery and Deborah sees it. That alone, it gets you so excited and so intrigued to see. Like, that's the biggest cliffhanger we've had in Dexter. And the cute little remark that Dexter makes is,
Oh, God.
where are we going from here? And well, that's a story for another day. Watch my seasons ranked and you might have a better idea.
Number 2.
Second is season 4. For all intents and purposes, this is the best season of Dexter, but not quite the best ending as far as I'm concerned. This isn't saying, I'm not saying that it's like a B+ or A-. This is a fantastic ending. This is an A ending that they pulled it off perfectly. I love everything about what they did. To know how everything plays out with Arthur getting one last one over on Dexter while Dexter thinks that he's got his man is just perfect. It's such beautiful irony. The beautiful thing about season 4 is like you're basically being built and groomed for this ginormous ending for about a third of this season. You're ready. I mean, Dexter's had so many different times to kill this guy. Looking back, he probably should have done it, but it's just this brooding, this boiling hate and anxiety and curiousness and all these other words that I don't have the vocabulary for. It's just all there. It's all building. It's budding. And the release is so cathartic until you realize the other half of the coin and whoops, but it wasn't my favorite Dexter season finale.
Number 1.
My favorite Dexter season finale is Dexter season 2. Another season that doesn't really contain itself to the one episode. Season 2, you have a couple of episodes leading up in that shack where Dokes is held up, whatever you want to call that little area for the drug dealers to store their prisoners, their animals. I don't know, bucket poop, whatever that thing was. The fact that Dexter was still humane throughout all of that, and you had hours, maybe not hours, but you had long stretches where Dexter was seriously double thinking and putting large amounts of thought. And is this it for him? You know, has he finally run out of luck? Can he do what he's always taught himself that he's going to do in times like this? That Dokes does not fit the code. He's going to have to turn himself in. There's so much. Those last 2 or 3 episodes between Dokes, sort of, whether or not he's playing that just to get out of the cage, but he's playing like he's understanding of Dexter, and like you genuinely buy that there's some sort of understanding between the two of them. And then you have the psycho Lila.
Pardon my tense.
She's going to check a GPS because, you know, that's how you find people, just through a random GPS. And then you think that she's gonna save Dokes, and everything about her emotions say that she is gonna save Dokes. And
Poor thing, all alone.
and then she delivers the line.
Not you. Dexter.
And to just see the hope wash away from Dokes' face. Dokes was a really good character. I will say this, Dokes is a character that we needed 3, 4, 5 times as much as we did, but we didn't.
Surprise, motherfucker.
They shot their load really early on getting the guy that was suspicious of Dexter way too soon. So that's it, my 9th through 1st ranked Dexter season finales. Remember, only the season finale. Let me know down below what your rankings are. What is your favorite Dexter season finale? What is your least favorite Dexter season finale? Is there something that sticks out for an odd reason? I'd love to hear it. I used to give a lot of credit for season 3 because he had to go through 2 villains in Miguel and the Skinner. And then I realized, well, Miguel was dead the week before and Skinner was just he just kind of psychologically beat him. So, yeah. Whatever. If you had fun with this video, please do me a favor and click that thumbs up. Otherwise, I don't get suggested stuff to the YouTube algorithm. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, including the other Dexter content that I've made recently earlier in the year, where I ranked the top 10 villains and the top 9 seasons as a whole, that is on this channel. And click that bell to be notified if I release more chaotic stuff like this. Special shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I cannot keep going without you. If you have an interest in taking part in the wiliscredia Patreon program and would like exclusives and early looks at videos, there's that, patreon.com/wiliscredia. But other than all of that, I have been CP. You haven't.